Hello, all my Virgos. Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. Thank you so much for being here. My name is Bree, and this is going to be your feminine energy reading for the month of May 2019 for Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. So I'm super excited to do this reading for you guys. Before we start, I did just want to let you guys know about my money making webinar that is happening this Saturday, May 4th at 3 p.m. Eastern, noon Pacific time. This is going to be an amazing webinar for those of you who are looking to make more money in your life. So check that out. If you book before Friday, you will get $10 off of your reservation. So the info for that is in the description box down below. Let's go ahead and let's get started with the reading for Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising for the month of May. All right, so most important messages for my Virgos. Let's cut the cards. Okay. All right, so we're going to lay the cards out face down. The first row is going to be the beginning of May. Second row will be mid-May. End of May will be this last row here. Bottom of the deck, Virgos, we have the Eight of Wands. So things are going to be moving very, very quickly for you here in the month of May. So let's look at the first row and let's kind of see what this is all about. We have the Ten of Wands, the Temperance card, and the Two of Wands. Okay. So first of all, Virgo, I feel like there's a major burden that you have been carrying. Okay, there's a huge burden that you've been carrying for quite some time now. And I feel like in the month of May, you're going to have an opportunity to put this burden down. That could be what's happening very quickly. Yep, we have the Death card underneath this. Yep. So you're going to have an opportunity to put something down that you have needed to put down for a very, very, very long time. With the Death card here, I feel like this isn't really anything that probably shocks you or surprises you. Maybe you've been kind of done with it and burdened by it for, quite some time now. And now you're really, really like, okay, this is the month where it really, really gets put to rest. I feel like when you're able to put to rest whatever this Ten of Wands represents for you, with the Temperance card here, there's going to be an opportunity for a tremendous amount of healing to occur within your life. And when you start to do this healing work with the Two of Wands here, you're going to be able to move forward very quickly. Give me one moment. The chat feature is not open, so I can't see what you guys are saying for some reason. Give me 1 second. Not sure. Never happened before, so hopefully you guys can hear this well. It looks all good on my side. So yeah, I feel like whenever you are able to put that burden down and start working through your healing, it's going to really help you to figure out the direction that you really need to go in. You may have been, wanting to go in a different direction, but this month I almost feel like something is going to step in and it's going to make you go in this direction. That's kind of what I'm getting or feeling from this Eight of Wands here. It's going to make this transformation happen because even under here, we've got this Three of Pentacles as well. So I feel like this is you planning for a different future, and it may be a very different path than the one that you were on previously, but I feel like the one that you're on right now is too much for you. It's too much and you know it, okay? So let's look at the middle of May. We have the Five of Wands, we have the Devil in the middle of the reading, and we have the Father of Swords. Okay, so what I'm getting here is that whatever burden you're putting down in the first part of May here, as that burden starts to leave your life, I do feel there will be a period of time where you may be a little bit, you may feel a little bit lost, because what I feel like with the Devil card in the middle of this reading is that whatever your burden is, you may have been very, very attached to it. Like this may have been a job that you have had for years, or maybe it's a house you've been living in for years, or a relationship that you've had for years, and you're just so accustomed and so attached to it and maybe dependent on it for different things. And I feel like as that thing is kind of like ending or leaving, there may be a period of time where you're kind of like, where do I go from here? Like what happens now? The feeling I'm kind of getting from this is like when people like retire from a job and like they hit their first week of retirement and they're like super bored. They're like, what do I do with myself? Like you may just be so accustomed to doing something, Virgo, that when it kind of comes to an end, you may not know what to do. Okay, so there might be a little bit of a transitionary point, but that's very normal. When something ends, it's very normal to have a transition into, you know, whatever the next thing is here. We have the Father of Swords at the end of this week. So I do feel that as you leave behind this situation and as you start to experience the healing from leaving behind that situation, you're going to be able to say, you know what, that probably was the best thing for me. That probably really did need to happen. That probably really did need to leave my life. That was very burdensome to me. That was very tiresome to me, or it kind of just needed to end. I feel like you're going to be able to really like stand your ground, or, you know, stand your position on whatever it is at this point. Okay. So beginning of the month, that's where the burden starts to, you know, lift from you. Middle of the month is where you start to kind of see, you get to get the perspective of what you were in. So let's look at the end of the month. We have the Magician, beautiful. Three of Wands, beautiful. And the Nine of Swords. Okay, so no surprise here with the Nine of Swords. You know, Virgo, obviously, you know, you do have a tendency to have, you know, an anxious nature to you, being ruled by Mercury. And I feel like as you start to embark on something new, or you start to embark on changes here with the Magician card, I feel like there is going to be a lot of new ideas swirling around on your head of, you know, different things that you can do. And the beautiful thing about the Magician here is that you have the ability. And that's the thing. Virgo is a very able sign. You guys are very, very capable of doing things. You're very, very strong minded and strong willed. And you have the ability to do whatever you want. By the end of the month here, I feel like you're really going to be deciding from this Two of Wands here what it is you need to do in order to get to your goals. And you're going to be able to take steps to start doing that. At the very least, you're going to be very much so envisioning that. And again, remember that the underlying energy for the month is the Eight of Wands. So you are going to be able to make things happen very quickly, or opportunities are going to come to you very, very quickly this month. Okay. So we do have the Nine of Swords here. So there might be a little bit of anxiety around all of the new changes and everything that's going on in your life, but that is okay. That is a total normal part of life and a normal part of change and transition. So just to recap here, Virgo, at the beginning of the month here, there's definitely going to be a weight lifted off of your shoulder. Either you're going to take the weight off your shoulder, or someone or something's going to come in and very quickly take this weight off your shoulder. And it is going to start a rebirth transformation in your life, which is also going to bring you a tremendous amount of healing and help you to decide the real direction that you need to go in, a direction that really, really resonates with you. There will be a little bit of a transition period from this burden, okay, because you may be so used to carrying this burden, carrying this weight. Once it's lifted off your shoulder, you might feel a little bit lost. That is okay. You will get through that, and you will eventually be able to understand why that needed to happen and how it's more beneficial to you. By the end of the month, you're going to be able to start thinking forward, moving forward with your life in a direction that really, really resonates with you. There may be a little bit of anxiety around all of the changes, but again, that is very normal. You are a Mercury ruled sign. You are going to be more prone to anxiety. That is totally normal for you guys, okay? So let's go ahead and let's look at some important messages for Virgo. So what are the most important messages that Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising needs to know for the month of May? Okay, so there's one message there. We'll place that face up. Bottom of the deck, Virgo. It says, in any moment, I can surrender to the powerful presence of love through prayer, contemplation, and stillness. So, like I said, there's going to be so many changes going on for you this month. But if things start to get very chaotic, if things start to get, start ramping your anxiety up, just take a second to pause. Just pause, just relax, and know that everything is going to be okay. And everything is happening for your highest good. Okay. So there's nothing to worry about. And you always have the ability to pray. You always have the ability to connect with God, with the universe. So don't be afraid to do that. Now, the first message that came out that flipped over for you is I do whatever it takes to get closer to consciousness. Okay, so that's really important this month, is making sure that you have a strong connection, not only to yourself and your higher self, but also to the universe, to God, to the greater consciousness. That's really going to help you to be tapped in. The middle card here is my happiness is a direct reflection of my level of faith within the universe. So Virgo, if you're finding yourself having a difficult time being happy, instead of looking to your outside world and critiquing your outside world, look on your inside world. What is your inner world telling you? Okay. That's where you more need to focus. You can't always change the outer world. You can't always change your environment, but you absolutely can change the way that you feel and the way that you see things and the way that you perceive a situation. Okay. The final card for you, Virgo, we have, I recognize that I have chosen fear and I choose again. I choose love. So you may have been holding on to a particular situation in your life because of fear, oh, I don't know what's going to happen, or what if this happens, or what are they going to do without me, yada, yada. Maybe you've been making a lot of fear-based decisions, and maybe you're recognizing that. Maybe you're recognizing, maybe I stayed in that relationship because I was afraid. Or maybe I stayed at that job because I didn't think I could do better. Whatever the fear is that you have chosen, just know that you always have the opportunity to choose again. When you recognize that you've been doing something out of fear, just make a different choice. Just do it over again. You have the ability to do that this month, okay? All right, Virgo. So I hope that this has helped you. I hope this has given you a tremendous amount of value. I think May is going to be a wonderful month. I'm so excited to see all the changes that you guys make and all the good things that you guys are able to accomplish this month. Again, make sure that you sign up for my Money Magnet webinar that is happening this Saturday for those of you who are looking to attract more money and more abundance and more stability and ultimately more freedom in your life. Okay, this is going to be an amazing seminar, something that I really personally am very passionate about, because money is a very important part of our life and it really can open up more opportunities for you. So that's going to be happening this Saturday. Check the link down below, reserve your spot early, get the early bird price, and I will see you guys there. Thank you guys so much for watching this. Thank you guys so much for joining me, whether you're watching this live or you're watching this in the recording, and I will see you guys on Saturday at the webinar. Bye.